It begins in the dead of night, 3 o'clock in Germany. The world is quiet, but in a brightly lit mail center, something is wrong. A single package has been flagged. Just a small box addressed to a parcel locker. Inside, gummy bears, a decoy note, and beneath it, a cocktail of illegal substances, ecstasy, LSD, cocaine. The police have been watching these packages for weeks. They're part of a pattern. A ghost is haunting the German postal system, sending poison to every corner of the country. This package is a breadcrumb in a much larger, more terrifying puzzle. The officers decide, let the package continue. They'll follow it, watch the parcel locker, and wait for the collector. Surveillance is set. Unmarked cars blend into the quiet streets. The air is thick with anticipation. Every shadow is a suspect, every passing car, a jolt of adrenaline. They expect a hardened criminal, a figure from the underworld, but they have no idea who they're really waiting for. The trap is set, the bait is in place. A figure approaches the locker, young, unassuming. He scans the area, sees a flicker of movement, a police officer, panic. He turns and runs. The chase is on. Police pour from hiding, shouting, footsteps echoing in the pre-dawn silence. The suspect is fast, vanishing into the labyrinth of residential streets. He gets away, but now the police have a lead. They've seen him. What they don't know, this is just one package. Over 300 more are already in transit, dispatched by the same hand. The man they're chasing isn't a cartel boss or a hardened gangster. He's a teenager living in his childhood bedroom in Leipzig. While police set their trap, he's just miles away in front of a glowing computer screen managing an empire. An empire built on anonymity, cryptocurrency, and the dark web. An empire making him millions. An empire about to come crashing down. The police thought they were chasing a man. They were chasing a myth in the making, a boy who, for a time, outsmarted them all. Who was this ghost? His name was Max, an ordinary teenager in Leipzig, living with his middle-class family. While his peers partied, Max was in his bedroom, online. The internet was his world. Quiet, introverted, intensely curious. He didn't just use the internet, he studied it. His journey into the shadows began with Silk Road, the notorious dark web marketplace. Max wasn't a drug user, he was a student of systems. He spent hours on the site, not buying but learning. Reading forums, analyzing reviews, deconstructing operations. He saw strengths, anonymity, global reach, but also weaknesses, a gap in the market. When the FBI shut Silk Road down, Max saw opportunity. He wouldn't just copy Silk Road, he'd perfect it. He built his own online drugstore, Shiny Flakes. The name was playful, the business anything but. In his cluttered bedroom, Max began building his criminal enterprise. Shiny Flakes was revolutionary. Sleek, intuitive, more like Airbnb than a shady drug den. Clear product photos, detailed descriptions, simple checkout. Max understood. Even illegal customers wanted good service, reliability, and safety. He built a brand on trust and professionalism. His parents had no idea. To them, he was just their quiet son, probably playing video games. They couldn't have imagined the truth. Their son was becoming Europe's most successful and most wanted online drug lord. It started small. Max was the entire company, CEO, developer, logistics, packing. He handled each order with care, weighing drugs, vacuum sealing, concealing them in ordinary items. He printed fake shipping labels, never used the same post office twice. His routine was his protection, his discipline, his shield. His parents saw shipping supplies and believed his web design story. By day, a quiet team. By night, a kingpin. Orders grew from a handful to nearly 100 a day. Bitcoin poured in. The wealth was digital, trapped on hard drive, a secret he had to keep. Shiny Flakes' reputation exploded. Customers raved about accuracy, speed, quality. Max's signature, a small packet of gummy bears in every order, branding genius. He built a loyal customer base not just in Germany but worldwide. To meet demand, he sourced drugs in bulk from suppliers in the Netherlands and Belgium. Every transaction was remote, encrypted, paid in cryptocurrency. Max was a new kind of criminal, running a global operation without leaving his bedroom. He felt untouchable. Max's operation was global, run by a single teenager from a single room. Orders came from North America, Europe, Asia, even Australia. He bypassed cartels and gangs, creating a direct-to-consumer model more efficient than anything before. At its peak, nearly 100 orders a day. His bedroom became a fulfillment center, shelves stacked with drugs, cocaine, MDMA, meth, LSD, prescription pills. Over 340 kilograms of narcotics stored in that small room. He had a system for everything, weighing, packaging, labeling. Each order was vacuum-sealed, hidden in everyday objects, DVD cases, computer parts, gummy bear boxes, fake return addresses, always changing. He played cat and mouse with law enforcement, and for a long time, he was winning. But the psychological toll was immense. Max was isolated, living in constant tension. A teenage millionaire who couldn't spend his money, a criminal mastermind who still had to do his homework. He was a ghost in his own home, running a global empire hidden in plain sight. As Max's empire grew, authorities noticed a surge in drug incidents. Overdoses, pills in schools, all in similar packaging. A pattern emerged, packages sent through the mail, all from the same source. The investigation, codenamed Mauer, zeroed in on Leipzig. Detectives analyzed postal data, finding a cluster of suspicious packages from the city. Surveillance began on post offices and parcel lockers. Max was careful, varying drop-off locations and times. The first crack came from a partner, Red Bull, who was caught and gave up a parcel locker address. Police set up surveillance, watching for the mastermind. A young man appeared near the locker, looking around, leaving without collecting anything. He was a ghost, but his repeated appearances made him a suspect. Police followed him to a quiet house in a middle-class neighborhood. They had found the Phantom's lair. The raid was planned for the next morning. Just before dawn, police raided the house. Max's parents, terrified, watched as officers stormed into their son's room. There he was, a skinny teenager in pajamas, the Shiny Flakes website live on his laptop, shelves stacked with drugs, shipping materials everywhere, cash on the desk. The police had found their ghost. Max was arrested, calm and detached. The trial was a media sensation. The public was captivated by the teenage drug lord. Max explained his methods with chilling calm, more tech entrepreneur than criminal. He'd made over 4 million euros, shipped nearly a ton of drugs. Tried as a juvenile, he was sentenced to 7 years in youth detention. The case seemed closed. Shiny Flakes was gone, its creator behind bars, but Max's story wasn't over. 2 years into his sentence, the ghost returned. Police discovered a new operation, Candy Love, eerily similar to Shiny Flakes. The trail led to a storage unit filled with drugs run by 2 men, but the methods were Max's. From inside detention using a smuggled phone, Max orchestrated the entire thing. He was arrested again, tried and sentenced to 4.5 more years. But Germany's highest court overturned the conviction due to procedural errors. Pending retrial, Max was set free. A teenage drug lord, twice convicted, suddenly walking the streets. Shortly after, a new dark website appeared, a mirror image of Shiny Flakes. Is Max involved? No one knows. But his legacy looms large. Max's story is a chilling fable for the digital age, a boy who built an empire from his bedroom. He outsmarted cartels and police, not with violence but with code and logistics. Is he a criminal genius or a misguided youth? A cautionary tale or a symbol of rebellion? As he awaits final judgment, one thing is certain. The ghost of Shiny Flakes still haunts the dark web, a reminder that the biggest empires can be built and brought down with nothing more than a laptop and a dangerous idea.